Comedy Jonah.
Hey!
Wow, you are like really happy.
We're back, baby.
We're back, baby, and I'm wearing a grandma shawl and I don't care, okay? I'm cold and I'm wearing a shawl.
See, I did my hair like I'm always ready.
I showed you I was bald under this and you were shocked for the first time. Crazy. You were like 12 years, you're bald. Who knew?
It's just awful. It's just awful.
It's awful. People still don't know. Still keep a cigarette. Welcome everyone. Let me go ahead and do a quick little giveaway for the people in the You Now. Boom!
Oh,
I just gave the
God.
You Nows a little giveaway. Let me let everyone else know, Comedy Jonah, that wherever you are watching, make sure that you follow, like, and subscribe. It's like a warm shawl from Grandma. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, the Tick and the Talks, all those places. Thumbsing up, hitting the bell on YouTube, commenting. Great way to help support the shows. Of course, sharing. Tell a friend, tell a family member. Put it in a place where you think somebody, would like it. The kids are creative today. Clip the shows, post them, tell them. Tweet it.
Yeah.
Tweet us your questions for Jonathan. I have the post up on the Instagram right now. You can leave it in our patron Facebook group or on our Discord, or you can tweet me them. Any of those places, leave your questions for Jonathan. We'll ask them tomorrow. And of course, you can watch all of our past shows at YourRealityRecaps.com.
Right now. Not
Right now,
now,
do it
but
right now.
afterwards. Afterwards.
You have to do it later.
After-
Do it
just
later. I don't care when you do it. It's your fucking life.
Oh. Just starting on a positive note.
I know.
You know what I was cracking up about, because I was watching your Dan interview just before the show tonight, and I was looking at the playlist, and I was looking at, because I like to see the eviction interview, the episode, the recap, the dailies, all of that stuff. I mean, there's only 3 eviction interviews because, and we're already in jury. So it's
And the show's ending in like 2 weeks. No, it's ending in like a month, I think. I don't think we
Oh
know
my
the finale
gosh.
date yet. I don't
But
think we know the finale. Yeah.
your interview was good though. Good questions.
I mean, yeah, people had some really good questions. Chat came up with some really good questions. I didn't put the disclaimer on it because this is the first one, like when it's jury, you have to like submit your questions ahead of time and you're not allowed to deviate from the script. You're not allowed to follow. You're allowed nothing. So I forgot to explain that to people. So I liked when Jonathan was like, define relationship. And I had to be like,
Well, Dan,
Dan, I would be like, I would love to, but I'm not
that
allowed
was
to.
so funny because I saw your face and go, well, I don't think I'm allowed.
Yeah, not allowed. Not allowed to follow up.
Yeah,
Welcome to the
speaking
fourth wall.
And speaking of relationships, I don't know if I've ever seen a season of Big Brother ever where the showmans they actually had a breakup. Have we seen that on the actual
Are we
show
going to get
during
into
the
it now?
season?
Yeah,
No,
I
but I'm
mean,
just saying. I'm just speaking of relationships. No, we can go through the.
yeah, Amber and what's his face? Remember
Like
from our
on the
Big Brother?
show.
Yeah, I believe
Said
so.
I'm ending the relationship. We know it ends after they leave.
No, there's
But
got to have been. I mean, you're right. Because I think. Look, most people that go on Big Brother are there because they want to be social media influencers. Once they get into the showmance, they know they are more valuable as a pair after seasons. So yes, correct. You're right. Normally, they
Yeah.
do not break up because they're more valuable that way. But to say
Right.
that no... Oh, Alyssa and Kyle last season on, remember he was the racist, and then she was like, I can't be with a racist on television, so bye.
Yeah, but I mean this. Yeah, not really though. This was like, yeah. And you can't. You can't. But
That's
no,
a good stand.
you just can't.
Thanks, Alyssa, whatever her name was. Who remembers? So forgettable. Just remember, we were supposed to think that was good. She's like, I've decided I don't want to date a racist. Well, what a great conclusion to come to.
Well, I was Yeah, I couldn't take any more of the way he spoke with Claudia. I can't. I can't.
I mean,
You know, but
let's just okay. What is you? I feel like you want to get into it now.
no. I mean, let's get into the recap. Like, it was so nice to see an endurance comp finally, right? With holding on to that pole, which
No,
seemed like what?
no, it wasn't. You know how
It
I
was.
started this season, Comedy Jonah, and I was like, all these freaking crybaby people complaining about no live feeds. Build a bridge, get over it, boo hoo, I don't care. Well, I've come around. I'm on their side now. All I could think when I was watching that endurance comp was like, really? You couldn't even give us the endurance comp on the feeds? Like, why were we not allowed to watch that on the live feed? That's like the most fun that you have as a live feed viewing audience is watching
Or
endurance comp
have that
together.
daily. Have that be one of the dailies, like the whole thing, right?
Don't even get me started on the dailies. You remember how in the beginning of the season they told us the dailies were going to be these amazing hand-picked segments that were going to explain everything, and in reality they're not. They're just like whatever happened in that 1 hour block and oh well.
All right, Canada, if you ever have questions on why we weren't invited to the finale, it's because producers watched
Because
this
the
episode.
show's not coming back.
Because the producers have watched this episode. So, and then,
They love me. I'm the only one on Twitter calling Zach a trash bag. I don't care anymore.
well, he is. Yeah.
He literally tweeted out the other last night, or like 2 nights ago, he tweeted out and he mocked Renee's Twitter account, which is being run by Renee's sisters, and was like, because it only had 100 followers, and he said like, oh, it looks like Renee's Twitter game is as good as her Big Brother game. Well, that's all I needed to fucking see. So I quote tweeted it and went, this crybaby douchebag doesn't want people to follow fucking Renee. So please, everyone, follow Renee. Well, it only took 1 day for her followers to like double his.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then he did the classic backpedal where he was like, huh, I came onto Twitter this morning and I saw that everybody didn't get it, that I was just joking. Anyway, yeah. Cancel culture. Am I right? Am I
Well,
right?
it's really interesting to see past house guests, Canada house guests, support him and taking pictures with him.
Not
And
this
it's
one.
just like, really?
I mean, not that I'm a past Canada house guy.
Right. I was like, where? Where is one?
Where is one? Right here.
I want to know what Karen thinks. Where's Karen?
She hates
Karen?
him. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have derailed. Back to that endurance comp. My mother, okay, so everyone knows, like, we watch it live in our Discord, YourLawyerCaps.com/Discord. My mom is there. She's watching it with us. We're watching with chat. Everyone's watching it. My mom, I've never seen her be into an endurance comp. She was just like, what's that? I couldn't do that. 2 hours? How do you stand like that for 2 hours?
5 hours.
And I just want to point out, this is probably the 3rd season of me watching this with my mom. Unprompted, she turns to me and goes, you should do Big Brother. I would really miss you, but you should do it. And I looked back at her and said, Mom, what about this competition made you think I should play this game? And she goes, I don't know. And I go, would you root for me? And then she waited, and she's like, yeah. And I was like, of course you would.
She had to think about it?
She had to fucking think about it.
You weren't adopted, right? It's your biological.
Well, I got news for you. There was so many years between me and the last one that I was told I was my whole life.
So you're the baby, yeah.
Yeah, that was my sibling's
Yeah.
favorite thing to tell me when I was little
No,
was, you
I
adopted.
I couldn't believe they were holding on for over 5 hours. And then I was so glad the producer was like, okay, now everybody just use one arm. Like, I was just like,
I mean, am I the only one that, I mean, now keep in mind, like, we are how long? We are 9 minutes into this show. Fun fact, watch how I'm gonna twist my body nonstop because I have so much back pain right now, I'm actually squeezing my testicle to divert it. That being said, so I can't sit in a chair for this show. However, that being said, I feel like that comp looked easy. I'll just stand on it, everyone. What's your problem? Stop complaining.
Well, I mean, if you've got the back pain, but then now your arms are in pain, I guess it would divert it, right? Or balance it so you would just
I
be
mean,
able.
am I the only, like, it didn't move. It's not like our wall where they're twisting you forward and you have to hold. I mean, you're basically just standing at a little
Right.
bit of an angle.
I mean, we've seen in the US where they're on some kind of spin merry-go-round thing, right? Where they're just trying to hang
Yeah, which
on.
is also just standing,
Yeah.
so I'll never understand that either. Like, you people can't just stand?
Well, it was
I know, apparently
tilted.
it's hard.
It's tilted. It's tilted. So you're supporting your body weight. Like poor Daniel, I was like, oh gosh. As soon as they said, yeah, you're holding it and it's tilted and you have your own body weight, I thought, oh no.
I mean, and again, I say that and I can't do a push-up, so, like, I'm sure I'd be out first.
Oh gosh. Yeah, like we've always said, if we ever did Amazing Race, like I would have to be doing most of the
Yeah,
work.
because I wouldn't.
You'd be like, Kate, what's her name? And Trader's just throwing her.
First of all, the amount of Xanax that you'd need to get me on the plane, I would just
Oh,
permanently be on
oh
Xanax for the
no,
whole time.
we would get Michael Jackson's doctor to just put you to sleep for the plane
Yeah,
ride.
you just have to carry me everywhere, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, just like on a backpack, like a dog.
Can we talk about Hope is very noisy. Like, during that comp, he was very much just like,
I
and
know.
then
I
when
was
he was,
closing my eyes. I was like,
well, then when he was crying tonight, it was literally like the sound effect that you use for fake crying. It was like,
so if the crying didn't turn you on, like normally when a guy cries.
Thank you for knowing me. It is so true. I find it so hot when a guy cries, but only, and Hope could have won me over if he would have just done the, like, I'm trying to be a man and holds it in and the tears come out. Instead, he went the route of, and I was like, ew, what are you doing? What are you doing? What is all these
As
noises?
soon as they start crying, I'm like,
Yeah, this was too much tonight with the crying too. I don't know, but he's very noisy. And then I just think now, but then I think we learned so much about Hope where we
Mhm.
learn like he's very calculated and everything that he does, there's like a reason behind it. And when he acts a certain way, there's a reason behind it. So now I'm almost starting to think like he's doing this on purpose. So when he's up on that thing and he's all like,
Oh, I
like
think
he's
I think for
trying.
the Crown to vote for him, he was doing this.
Oh yeah,
Like
maybe.
yeah, absolutely, because they had to choose between him and Jonathan. Absolutely, to do it. But I love how Kuzi schooled him. Like you did this. Like you didn't have to be a pawn. Like you sit there and you take these unnecessary risks, and look, now it costs Jonathan his game,
No,
and he was a number for us.
take all the risks. It's BB Canada. You're not getting anything for doing the show. You get like $100,000, which is what nowadays? Nothing. And then it's in Canadian, so half that. You
It's a full
need.
dollar in Canada.
You're gonna make more money being a social media influencer coming out of Big Brother
Yeah.
Canada than anything. So I honestly think he's handling it correctly. What you want to do is be
Right.
the most memorable person on the show so that the most people follow you. So I actually think Hope is actually playing the good long game.
No, I think that that's good. And yes, I mean, he recovered from that.
Yeah, he
Absolutely.
recovered. He's a recoverer.
I was just really shocked how Santina didn't vote for him. Like it shocked me. Like literally last week, he was your person when you were the secret HOH. He's the only one you told.
Nothing Santina does surprises me. I go back and forth between loving her and hating her. Like, I've never had such a love-hate relationship with someone as I do with Santina. Like, 1 minute, I'm like, yes, queen, you go. And the next minute, I'm like, oh, what are you doing?
I mean, the whole comment with the waffles, poor Anika, her flavorless flour waffles.
Okay, now I agree. Look, I'm on board with that. Look, first of all, if you thought that was annoying by watching it, you should have watched the dailies. It was 3 hours of people retelling that same story. I wanted to bash my face in a wall. However, I was on board with her on the toast. I cannot stand people that cook and then are precious about cooking and then you have to lie to them. Like, I cannot stand a person who, like, you make something and then you're like, oh my God, I gotta tell them that I love it because if I don't tell them that I love it, I'm gonna hurt their feelings. And then you're lying and then the person is forever thinking that now you think this thing that you lied about is is your favorite fucking dish. So forever you're getting like blueberry fucking oatmeal when you hate blueberries. I have no problem. I am on board with Santina. I do the same exact thing. Excuse me, I don't like this garlic bread. Can I have a cooked one? Thank you.
So I agree with you, but I think there is a way to deliver it. You've got someone
Yes,
going
I
out of their
agree.
way, making something. What was concerning me, besides Santina's rudeness, was Nanika's taste buds. Does she need a taste buds check? Like, aren't you trying your own food? Like,
Nope.
I make food and I try it, and it's like, oh God, this tastes like shit. I can't like serve this type of thing. But then.
Well,
And then with the garlic bread, like I'm screaming at my TV, walk over and get it, Santina. Can someone hand me the bread? Oh no, that's not cooked. Could somebody hand me a nut? Oh, those look kind of toasted. Oh no, all the bottoms they're all soft. Walk over there and get it yourself. Like, what, princess of rudeness? Drive me
I
nuts.
actually didn't have a problem with. I
I
did
did.
not have a problem with the garlic bread. The garlic bread scene, I was on her side for. I did think the waffle thing was rude. The way that she went about
Yeah.
being like, this doesn't have any flavor. Da-da-da. Yes, that was rude. You didn't
And
need to
then
do
to
that,
try to
but
spin it like, oh, but I was just
yeah.
kidding. Like, oh, if Daniel said that, you would have just laughed. It's like, no, that's not how it works.
I do agree that everybody is on her ass, and I do agree she's always
Yeah,
coming from a very like defensive place
and
because
yeah, and
she's
do we know?
always well, yeah.
Yeah, and do we know if the house knows that she's was officially the secret HOH? Like,
No.
have these people? They've kept the secret. The Crown has kept the secret.
The Crown has kept the secret as far as we can tell.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as we can tell, Jackie in chat says Eric has no problem saying if he doesn't like something. Look, as I just said, and if you hate Big Brother and you're only going to take one thing away from this show tonight, please let it be that you are allowed to say what you like and don't like and take what Comedy Jonah said into consideration. Just do it in a nice way. But I promise you, you are not doing anybody any favors by pretending like you like something that you don't like.
No, I don't think you should do that either. No.
Correct. And so many people just want to people please and be like, I love it, I love it, I love it. I learned right away doing these shows, I gotta hurt the people's feelings and say what I don't say, or I'm gonna have 9,000 things of chocolate cookies at my door when I hate chocolate.
Well, I think too, as you're such a people
How
pleaser
sunburned
all
I am.
day, that this is kind of your therapy to let it all out.
I was just noticing how sunburned I am. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, it's freezing here in Seattle, so that's why.
Well, I
I'm
was
so
working
hyped.
outside, so I'm sunburned. I can't see it.
Oh,
So,
maybe that's why your mom thought you could do the comp, because you were physically working outside.
yeah, I physically did something.
Yeah.
I physically did
So
something.
yeah, and
No,
I hated that Ty won HOH. I wasn't happy about that. I was hoping the Bella Air Direct insurance was going to save Ty so that it would be used on him this week, even though he's the HOH, so he could never get it again.
Mary, he's never getting it. What are you talking about? He's never getting it.
But
We
if
hate
there's
him.
a chance, I wanted him to get it
There's
this week.
zero chance. Did you not see tonight when he literally was like, you better watch how you talk to me, bitch? That made the edit. You think Canada's gonna give him
Oh,
anything?
yeah. Well, just, to back it up to like Tuesday's episode, when Claudia was talking to Ty about, the nominations and stuff, and some of the things he was saying to her, like, she's like, maybe you should go after someone like Kuzi, who has a lot of influence, who's doing really well in the game. And he was like, oh, no, I don't want to ruffle any feathers. why don't you and the girls win something and you get her out yourself? Like the way he speaks,
He's a douchebag.
he's just awful. And then the fact that he was threatening to put her up if she did not change Nene's mind about using the veto this week.
Can I ask you a serious question? Oh yeah, that's right. The Bel Air direct thing is over. It doesn't exist. That was it. It's over now. That's why we have the new twist of someone's going home before the eviction, going to the murder dinner, whatever. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question now. It's been a while since we have not been under contract where we have to be nice to everybody. So, how do we handle a situation where it's like a tie interview? Like, let's say we go to Canada, it's now the finale, we're just at the party, we're interviewing everyone, and then Ty's like, oh, I want an interview.
Okay,
Do I just go, no, thank you?
Everyone watching, you will know if we're approved to be media at the finale. Once all of a sudden on the show, both Eric and I are super nice to everybody.
He's super nice to Ty all of a sudden, and stop calling Zach a
Hey,
douchebag.
he's a human being. Come on, guys. How do we do it? You know what we are professionals, and most likely I'll be doing it.
I have a face where I can't hide it, is my problem.
Exactly. So we want you behind the camera.
Right.
I can hide it.
I just roll my eyes and don't even.
Comedian extraordinaire.
I just don't
about
even.
The game.
I just don't even realize I'm rolling my eyes at some points. I'd be like, do you enjoy talking down to women, or is that strategy? Oh yeah, it's about respect. Just tell me an example of how you respect the women in the house. Let's just take one example.
I mean, I would I'm just so shocked. Like it sits there and I think, does Canada feel the same way I do? Like,
yes.
This is like, am I not alone, right? Like, this is really bad. And just
Still
the way he talks to Renee, like when she was literally explaining, and then he was combating her with, and then made the comment about when he nominated her about how I've tried multiple tries to build a relationship with you, but you haven't reciprocated.
Here's what I hope, and I don't know that will. What? Sorry.
No, I'm just like, what the hell is he talking about?
Here's what I really hope. I do believe that Canada cares more than the US cares about their players. I do believe they care about the mental health and well-being of the people in the game. I truly hope that they are I mean, again, like, we joke about a lot on this show. I'm not joking when I say, when I watch Claudia and Ty interact with each other, I literally feel like I'm watching someone in an abusive relationship and I need to help her. And I wonder if production is feeling the same exact way, and they have some therapist in that DR talking to her. Because it does seem like a big 180 that all of a sudden she just went from, I'm die hard for Ty and I'm going to do anything for Ty and I'm giving up my game for Ty, to her like walking out and being like, I've decided that I've been in relationships where I have not been treated well, and now I would like to break up with you.
Well, I think you probably have a really good point, because during the breakup, like, she was saying some very specific things as far as, the way you're talking to me, the way I feel like I don't have a voice, the way, and it's just like, she's right. And we've all been saying it and seeing it, but all of a sudden now she has this all put together for her. Do you know what I mean? Like, has a list now type of thing.
Yeah. I do see
go ahead.
I was just going to say, so Destiny's in chat said she is very flip-floppy with him. She'll go back to him. I hope not.
I hope not too, but and then I was thinking too, it's like, just use him. Like, why do you have to break up? Like, it's a game. Use him. He doesn't listen to you. He doesn't talk to you. Then stop talking to him. Whatever. But whether you break up or not, you're linked to him. Like, you know what I mean? So once he gets out, you don't, you know, I mean, it was nice to see the girls get together again, but that was nothing because we saw the way the votes went this week, or tonight. So you don't, you're on an island, Claudia. It's stupid.
It's a dumb stupid island. It's a dumb stupid island. What about I was a little disappointed with Kuzi feeling safe enough that she could just be like, I'm gonna drop for 5,000 Wendy's points. I mean, that is a bold statement. Like, stuff like that stays with people.
Well,
I mean, at least fake it. I mean,
Claudia brought it up to Ty.
of course, and this is where, like, Kuzi is such a smart game player that I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you like, I don't know, guys, I need the Wendy's. Like, if I was her, I would have been like, oh, this is really hard. Oh, God, I'm holding. I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to fight through. Oh, okay, I fell. Oh, darn. It looks like I got the Wendy's points.
Fake it till you make it.
What?
I was like, why do you need 5,000 points? Are those French toast sticks that good? Like, what can we
good
get
are those French toast sticks?
Like, what are do the points carry out when you leave? So you've got your Wendy's app, and you're like, ooh, look at all the points I got. I'm gonna order some French toast sticks.
It's gonna be something stupid. It's gonna be for safety, maybe. I don't know. It's gonna be something stupid.
No, and you know, Claudia brought it up. You know, it's funny because you know, I've been so frustrated with Claudia watching as a viewer. But, you know, as she's trying to talk to Ty, she brings up such good points about the game. She brought up good points about Kuzi dropping so early and feeling safe. She tried to switch his target, but Ty is such an egomaniac that, you know, he is targeting Renee because he doesn't like the way Renee sways Claudia and could possibly have a crush on her. Like, that's what he said. It's like an abusive husband and wife doesn't want the wife to have friends because it's knowledge.
What, are you in love with her?
I know.
What, are you in love with her?
You have a crush on her? You have a crush?
What are you trying to save Renee? What do you want to make out with her?
Yeah.
Bet you want to make out with her, you little slut. You little slut.
Little whore. Yeah.
Get out of here, you little slut. I'm not going to date a slut like you.
White devil.
I would like to. I would like to know how he passed the psych test. I want to know how he passed the psych test. I want to know how Vanessa passed the psych test.
I think like their psych tests were put down and like it got into the wrong pile. Yeah, I don't know how Ty passed. I mean, it is. It's like watching. It's like being witness to an abusive relationship.
It is. I don't like it. It's
awful. And then
I don't like it.
Yeah, no, and then seeing the people like Renee trying to have that conversation and trying to give context to why he feels the way he does, and she was making sense. Like, you know, what do you mean? But we were working together, and I was voting, you know, alongside the way you were voting. But yeah, no, we're not. We never worked together, and it's just
we never worked together.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh my god, he's awful.
Do you understand that working for 1 week is not working? Do you understand that when you were in power, we were working together, but now that I am in power, we are not working together? Do you understand that you have a vagina and I have a penis, and penis trumps vagina?
And don't raise your voice at me.
Don't you fucking look at me and go make out with that slut Kuzi. You go be sluts together.
Claudia
Kuzi. You could go make out and talk about how you hate men.
Men haters.
You man haters.
No, I loved it when after the noms and it was Hope and Renee and stuff, and then what did Kuzi say? Sorry, Nona, I'm sending your granddaughter back to you.
That is the worst Kuzi impression I've ever heard.
Oh my God,
sure.
it's so bad.
Pretty sure she's
But
from New Zealand. She has a very New Zealand accent to me.
yeah.
Or it's how I imagine it anyway.
I'm just bad at accents, period. So go on then. Go on to the next subject then.
Who wants to see Ty's HOH room? Nobody.
Nobody.
I just want to be
me.
like, if I worked for Winners, I would be like, you don't need him to do the clothes. You can skip his time. We don't really want him in our clothes.
We'll pay extra sponsorship money if you just don't show it.
Yeah, please just don't show him wearing our clothes. We would appreciate that. Thank you.
We only want winners.
We only want winners.
In life.
He's a loser. What did you think about Ty bringing Claudia to Wendy's? Does that shock you?
No, because he doesn't have any other friends. Like,
he doesn't.
he doesn't have any other friends.
He doesn't have any other friends.
He doesn't. No.
No. I saw Rafe said Kuzi's from Zimbabwe, South Africa. No, I totally know. But sometimes when she talks, I just, in my brain, it sounds New Zealand to me. I can't do it. I can't do that. I can't do it. I can't do it how she does some of the vowels. But it very, to me, is New Zealand. I know it's not, but I'm just saying.
Or even like Jonathan's house, the house.
Well, Jonathan is very Canada. He's very about. Do you want to go to?
House.
Do you want to boot? We got to go boot the house now. We're gonna go boot the house. We're going to look at things. I'm sorry, that was way too quick. I mean, Jonathan wishes he talked that fast. I'm gonna go boot the house.
That's better. That's better.
Now.
Jonathan looked hot in his handyman outfit. I'm glad we got to see that.
Jonathan looks hot. Jonathan is a wonderful dad. He is a great husband. He is a great person. And I have said it. Well, he's married. I have said it before and I will say it again. Good people should not be playing this game because he's too good of a person to play the game. He is so bad at the game. It is unbearable.
Because
it's
he's
unbearable
such a good
to watch.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, because I just think good people are not able to play the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to do the things he needs to do to win the game.
No.
And he's boring, and he doesn't know enough that he needs to not be boring.
Like, the first thing I would do, like, even in your Dan interview, you know, one of your questions, like, you know, what did you do to prepare for Big Brother? And he was like, I ran a lot and prepared myself physically and mentally. Why not get on YouTube and watch some of our shows or watch some of the Big Brother Canada shows? Like, get familiar with the game. You know what I mean?
Well, Dan was a fan, and I asked that question honestly because I was gonna see, I was trying to see if Dan was gonna admit to being friends with Spicy V and the other and Emmett and stuff like that, but he didn't. So no, they've all known it. You're hearing it here first. You are the one hearing it here first. Everyone else has known.
I heard it here first.
Yeah, so I want to, you know, that's whatever. But I forgot what I was saying.
Oh, like prepare yourself. Watch some of the shows, like Jonathan.
Oh, yeah.
Watch some Big Brother shows. Did you?
Well, I mean,
know that you got to be a little, you know, play a little dirty and a little nasty so that we can all judge you and be like, oh, he's an awful person because he did this. It's like, that's what we want. We want it, but then we judge it.
I mean, I'm going to put out this disclaimer right now. I fully understand, and this is, you know, this is my defense to people that I can't stand during a regular Big Brother season who is like, we see everything on the live feeds. No, you don't. And now we really don't see everything with these live feeds. We have such a hand-selected moment that I will say all of my thoughts and feelings about Jonathan are based on the very limited edit we get of him on the show and the limited time on the feeds. He could be way better than what he is. But like, so for example, on the dailies, we saw Ty went to Jonathan and said, look, I'm never putting you up. unless you are comfortable with it, I would never put you up. And I would come to you first. I would never blindside you. I would ask you if it's an option, and then if you're not comfortable, I would just, like, Ty did this whole thing to him on the dailies. Now, there was no follow-up to that. So I don't know, did Jonathan plead for his life with Ty? Did he ever have another conversation afterwards?
Did he ever feel he needed to because he felt comfortable after that particular moment happened?
Right, like we
Right.
don't know. And that these are like the parts of the story where it, you need live feeds, and it's horrible without them. But I can't, because people get, it might get upset with me when I say, like, I find Jonathan so boring. But even last night in the dailies, he's like, I have to do a 20-second speech, and I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. Okay, maybe I'm gonna start with what I did on week 1, and then I'll go. And I was just like, oh my God, like, this is like, he's just the worst.
Oh, yeah.
And like, and he even saw a little bit of it tonight when he's talking to Anika, which, I'm sorry, Anika's taken me on the roller coaster ride too, because Anika went from who is she to oh my God, Anika's amazing, and now we're back on the downslope of I don't really care for Anika. But then there's Jonathan. What they decided to show of Jonathan's game tonight is him campaigning to Anika, who's probably one of coming up to be the next in line for useless player. It's like, Jonathan is a useless player. And Jonathan on the dailies is like, you guys gotta keep me around because I'm gonna do great in the physical comps. And I'm like, hello, moron, you just had a physical comp. You sucked at it. What? You're useless in the physical comps. You're useless at gaming. You're horrible at this game.
He's the shield.
Well, and then again, it's just like, again, where I love Kuzi, but I have said this on our shows all along. It is very clear that everybody wants to throw back to Taylor and last season of Our Big Brother. It's like all of their references are like, now we're doing sword and shield references. I'm just like, give me a break. Be your own kid.
Impression Taylor had, yeah.
No, I'm not even saying it for that reason.
Right.
Taylor's amazing. I'm saying, I just feel like this is very much a cast that is going, like, from Hope making noises to the things Kuzi does, to Anika does. It just very much seems like, let's do the thing that we know has been done already that people have loved. I'm going to do this bit now. And it's just like, no, I just want to see you being really you. Like, I loved when I felt like Kuzi was being her own self. I even think I said on this show, I feel like people go in and feel like they need to copy Ica. And I felt Kuzi is very much been like the next Ica without trying to copying being anyone else.
Right.
But yeah, whatever.
What did you think of the Crown's plan to keep Renee busy while the others tried to get Nene to not use her veto?
I think it was very obnoxious, and I did not like it. That is when I started not liking Anika. As soon as Anika thought that she had... As soon as Anika acted like she had the right to tell somebody else what to do... And I'm sorry, again, it's not bullying and it's not threatening. It's definitely not bullying. And I don't even mean it's threatening, but I don't know another word to explain it. It's very much like, here's 5 of us in the room, and I've decided to be the mouthpiece to tell you that if you don't do what we're telling you, you're in trouble. And I'm like, where did this Anika come from? You were like the person standing up with Kuzi. You were like ride or die. And now all of a sudden you're like, you're going to play the game the way I tell you to play the game. Otherwise you can't play anymore. I'll end your game. It just, I don't like it. I don't personally like when any... I like a back and forth between alliances.
Right,
there really isn't an alliance that the Crown is going against. So to see them act in such a way is annoying to me. Plus, it's annoying to me when I know that some of them know the reason they're not liking Renee is made up. And yes, that all came out when the girls were talking on the dailies. They didn't really
Right.
get into it that much on the edit, but you saw it in the dailies where they realized, like, well, Ty is telling us this and
Hmm.
playing us all against each other. So I'm glad that they kind of found that out in the dailies.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, here's the thing with Ty, for me, Ty's HOH. Like, his nominations were stupid, right? So
Yes.
stupid, but, and for stupid reasons, I should say. But Hope's a big threat. And then now, with Jonathan as the replacement nom, you've taken a huge hit at this huge alliance in the House. So you actually had a good week, but you don't even realize it. That's what blows my mind. It's like, actually, for your game tie, getting Jonathan or Hope out was actually good because now that big alliance has less numbers. But you
Yeah, but
don't
I
even
don't.
realize it. Yeah, like your game
Yeah.
strategy is so bad, your ego's so big, you're so disrespectful. Like, it's
He
just
fell into
awful.
it. His thought
Yeah,
process
he
was,
literally fell into it.
I gotta get rid of Santina or Renee, and then it became,
Yeah.
okay, or Jonathan or Hope. Who you should have been going for?
Right, exactly. And I was so glad Santina got saved. I agree with you 100%. I love her. I hate her. I
It
go
goes
back and
back and
forth.
forth.
It
Yep.
does. But I was so glad that she was saved. Like, anything that was going against Ty's wishes,
Yeah.
I was rooting for.
Oh, 100%. I was like, yes, do it. I actually
Hmm.
saw Liza tweet it out, and she's like, there is no way Canada voted to save Santina. I'm like, yes, they did, because the last scene that we saw was him being a dick to her in that
Yeah.
hallway, her basically crying and being like, wow.
Hmm.
And then it came time to vote. Of course, the edit was designed for us to vote for Santina.
Uh-huh.
Definitely.
Yeah,
For sure it
for,
was.
for sure.
Um, so yeah, I mean, I like that. What about after the POV meeting and everyone crying? This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen,
Well,
right?
what is so funny is especially like Nene's face, like, and Claudia, like, nobody like cried for me. Like, when I was on the block, Renee, I've been on the block 3 times and nobody cried for me. Like, and I love Claudia. I'm a little offended, actually.
Yeah. Well, and again, here's the crown. They're like, we don't even have to hide our alliance. We're just gonna stomp around and act all pissed off and cry
Yeah.
for each other. And I mean, could it be any more obvious?
Could you be more
But
exposed? Like, you literally just, you could have actually put actual crowns on your head and walk around now. You know what I mean? Like, you
they might
completely
as well. They might as well just walk around the house and go, we're a voting block. Fuck you. Better hope you win. Fuck you.
Yep, and you better eat the waffles, Santina, because we're
Hey
making them
San Hey
all flour all the
Santino,
time.
all five of us made these flour waffles. How you gonna eat it?
Mm-hmm. And we're also HOH. So are you gonna eat it? Because
Yeah.
nominations are tomorrow.
But again, it goes back to, is this real? Like, I couldn't help when Hope was crying. I was just like, this is fake crying. Like, it literally was if in his head he went, these are the noises people make when they cry.
Well, normally with a Hope, even with an edited show, we get as soon as he's by himself. Oh yeah, I don't feel that way at all, or oh, I'm not
Yeah,
sad, or
that's what
whatever.
I was waiting
You know what I
for.
mean? I really think he was upset. I really think Jonathan and him were super close, and I really think he's upset because he didn't have to be on the block. You know, he nominated himself. I mean, sure, Ty could have then put him on the block, whether he liked it or not. But he nominated himself. So I get that he feels bad, but to just completely go off the rails and then everyone's crying, and then you see Santana crying with Jonathan on the block. It's like, and then I'm thinking, well, at least he's got her vote because of last week.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope, sure done.
I see why Santana's alone. She's not loyal to anybody. Like, JM had her pegged from day one.
No, Santina is there to make good TV. She
what I wanted to
is
say.
there to scream in the diary room, be
Mhm.
over the top and everything, be combative. Honestly, I think Santina's playing it the best. She is in there with a clear vision of what she wants. She wants to
Mhm.
be over the top in every scenario to get
Yeah.
airtime. I
I
think,
w-
yeah.
I was glad that she was in the Girls Alliance Circle K room talk. Like, she hasn't been in those talks that I remember. So it was nice to see that they let her
Well,
participate as a girl, being with the
mm,
girls. I just
I
wish the girls would get it together. Like, I really thought Hope was going home after the talk with the girls, listening to them talk.
well,
Like,
I mean, that should have been your clue that he wasn't going home because they always
well,
like
of
to
course it is,
flip.
because it's
Yeah,
always flipped, right? But I
yeah.
really loved, Nene's, how she broke it out. Like, Hope flip flops all the time. Like, he changes his mind. Like, her rationale was so like, you know what? She's right. Like, Jonathan would be a better save. And it's like,
Yeah,
when
well, and he's
when are you
horrible at the game.
right? Which you kind of want someone that's horrible at the game so you can beat them.
Well, yeah, he's not
In
gonna
the,
lie. You can read him like a book. He's not.
Mhm.
He would have been. Why would you keep such a physical competitor like Hope in the game? Totally stupid.
Right.
But also to your point, and for those that maybe don't watch the dailies, they really didn't include Santina in a lot of the talk. Yes, she came into the room, but mainly they all
Yeah.
kind of shut down as soon as she got there. But
Right.
I don't know that they really showed that well in the edit. Um. Yeah. 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 But the girls, and then who do I think? Hope and I mean Santina and Renee talked at the end, and they kind of worked through
Hmm.
their stuff, I believe, at the end of it last night. So it was a good conversation for the. Oh, and Daniel C came in also.
Mm.
Hey, I'm one of the girls.
What do
Hey,
we
it's
what do we
me,
think?
Daniel C. One of the girls. Hey,
Eh, I can't
hey, I'm in
hold
the
on to a
crown.
big stick. I can't hold on to a big
Hey.
stick.
It's me, Daniel C.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go look in the library.
Ooh, this is
I'm gonna go
hard.
look in the library.
Really hard.
Look at me. Oh, it's something to do with the fireplace. Here I go. Gonna look under the pool table. I can't
Look
with
through all the
him.
books. Oh, I know.
It's your fault Ty's here. So I'm sorry, Daniel. I'm gonna love you because you're gay, but it's your fucking fault Ty's in this game. And I've yet to see
Yeah,
the benefit of it for you yet.
exactly. Exactly. What is the benefit? You were going to go against Kuzi and Anika
Yep.
to save Zach, who self evicted and, completely said fuck you to the
You know,
game.
you know that in Daniel C's exit interview, he's like, I can't wait to see Zach. I bet everyone just loves him in the real world. Can't wait to hang out with. Who are you looking most forward to see? I can't wait to see Zach. Can't wait. We were such good friends in there.
And then Ty, I mean, have we ever even seen them really talk game?
No, we haven't. Now again, that doesn't mean anything because again, we're
It
only allowed to see
was.
3 hours a day. But
Right.
who the fuck knows? If I see
No.
Ty being nice to Daniel C, that would surprise me. I don't
Well, I
think I'll
think
ever see
Ty
that.
thinks he's good with them. When we saw Kuzi win
Yeah, he
HOH
does.
tonight, he grabbed her and was so excited. And I'm thinking, boy, he really thinks he's in with that group.
Well, there
Like,
is nothing, and I mean nothing, that I would love more than to watch the fallout of Kuzi nominating Ty. Now, let's just think about this logically for a moment.
and
Tonight at
mind you, she completely escaped everything during her HOH, right?
correct.
The screaming, all of that stuff. Yeah. So,
And
yes.
and we saw that Ty, and I believe it was the episode and not the dailies, Ty was like, I'm
Hmm.
cool with Kuzi. I'm not putting her up. We're good. And Claudia trying to tell Ty,
Yes.
You're overlooking her. Like, you're overlooking the threat that is
Yes.
Kuzi. And Ty, like, I know better than you. Did I give you permission to speak?
Dude,
No?
you're,
Okay, I didn't think I
you're out
did.
of, you have no more words for the rest of the day.
Okay, but now let's just think about this logically. This is just me thinking logically for a
Are
moment.
you going to do it as the Oracle?
No. Here is what. Here.
Have any fun?
Nope, no Oracle fun. Here, because here's the thing. At the end of the episode, Arissa said somebody is, leaving during this murder mystery dinner. And she said that's happening on Tuesday night show.
Yes.
If it is happening on Tuesday night show, that to me means, doesn't it have to happen in real time way before Tuesday? As a matter of fact, way before everything. Because in my mind, Tuesday's episode is what is happening on Friday. If we were looking at any other week. So, does that mean we're not getting dailies now? So, we're not going to get, like, let's say Kuzi's going to nominate Ty. We're not going to get, because I would imagine then we're not getting dailies. They're not going to let us see that somebody went home. So we're not going to get to see any of the goodness that is Ty being evicted. I mean, Ty being nominated.
Right.
I don't like this whole thing. I don't like the twist. As soon as Arissa said it, I went, oh, this is not good. We are not getting feeds. Dailies.
On a daily basis. None.
Well, Destiny's in chat says Kuzi won't nominate Ty. Well, then Kuzi's a moron.
Well, then who did she think will nominate him?
I mean, the whole house should. I mean, in all honesty, no, she's not a moron. In all honesty, I don't know. It's hard to say. I understand it from both sides. On one end, keep a giant target in the house that everyone else is going to go after. Exactly. That is a shield for you. 100%.
That's a proper shield, not a Jonathan. That's
right, that is a proper shield. However, Kuzi also making new enemies by putting people up on the block when there's still a month of game left, to me is also not smart. Go get Ty out. Let things settle. Don't make new enemies. Kuzi is already on people's radar for her social game. She needs to take this hit, get Ty out, and start telling everybody, look, I'm screwed. This jury is never voting for me. I got Ty out. Dan I influenced. I'm a great person to take to the end. These people hate me. Kuzi should be going for Ty.
Where he's self-evicted. Like, I'm a bad person.
Do you think Ty will self-evict? Because there is part of me that thinks if Ty gets nominated, he self-evicts. Especially if it comes at the hand of someone that he trusted, like Kuzi.
Oh, yeah. He's unstable.
I mean,
there's no stability here. There's nothing. It's like...
again,
what
it's
this
hard.
game does, just to a regular functioning brain, then you got someone who's already a little off. Like, this person's gonna explode.
If Kuzi goes for girls, I'm gonna be super disappointed.
But see, what choice does she have? She's got the crown. I got 4.
Ty and a girl, not 2 girls. That's your choice. You don't go after girls when you gathered everyone on your first HOH and went girl power, girl power.
Right. But then she's, with all of the girls. I mean, she should do Ty and Santina.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, she has the worst relationship with Santina.
Mm-hmm. And Ty. And then
no, she doesn't have a bad relationship with Ty. She has a good relationship with Ty. They have an understanding that they're friends and are cool somehow.
Well, I think she's playing him because of all the stuff that happened when he was going to self-evict with Zach, right?
Okay.
She knows his number. She's got his number. She's not stupid.
I think she will do it when the time is right. I don't
Uh-huh.
know that she thinks. I don't know
The
that
time might not be right now, but
right now.
right now she's the HOH. Who should she put up? Santina and who? Hope.
If
Maybe Hope will nominate himself again.
it, she should just go, Hope. Hope, are you gonna claim your seat this week? No, you only want to do that for other people, not for your alliance. Okay, just checking.
Just last week and the time before
Only
that?
when it
Okay.
doesn't help our alliance is when you want to do that. Okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You didn't have to take any risk at all, and okay.
Okay, so then no.
Yeah.
If I am her, I am putting up Ty.
And Daniel C. Daniel.
No, I mean I would put up Daniel C and Ty, but she wouldn't.
There's your boy. Sit next to your man.
I would
No,
just
I would
love
put
if
up
they
Daniel.
sat on the block together and Ty turned to Daniel C and goes, "Who are you?
Are you new to the house? When did you move
You
in?
new here?
When did you move in?
Did you save me like at some point? What was it because of my freakishly large nipples? Turn off for you?
Remind me of your name again.
I think if Kuzi has a chance to backdoor Ty, she might, and if she doesn't, I think the crown will not be happy. 100%. I mean, look, she's never going after Daniel C. She's never going after Anika.
No. Or Hope.
She's never going after Hope. So could it be Claudia and Ty? I mean, honestly, if she wanted a reason, it seems very justifiable for me for her to go, you know,
Santina and
Claudia.
Ty. I mean,
No.
I'm giving you both a chance. Or no, to backdoor Ty, you mean. So she would need 2 pawns.
I wouldn't even say backdoor Ty. If I was really hurt, look, it is a no-win situation regardless. So here's what I would do if I was her. I would go, look, Ty, I am putting you on the block because I want you to have a chance to fight. You're the biggest competitor in this house.
Yeah.
Claudia, I am your friend, but you are a vote for Ty, and I don't want you to have to be in that position to vote against him. So you're just there so that you don't have to vote against him, so I care about you. Love you, Claudia. Kisses.
Oh, that's good. See, I knew you had it in you. You can do this. Say nice things and be manipulative.
Because, I mean, it would be easier for her to go Renee Santina, Shania Santina, Renee. But the reasons that I love Kuzi are that I was led to believe from the edit and the dailies that she was this pro-woman, girls to the end, screw the guys, play everyone, we're all smarter, I want a girl winning this game. That is what I loved about Kuzi. So I do not want to see now Kuzi in her second HOH being in power to go after a girl. No. There's Ty in the game. Go after him.
I think she is going to keep her word, going after big threats. I think definitely Ty's going on the block, and I think she has the least relationship with Santina, but enough respect to give her a chance to play in the veto, right?
Yeah. What did you think of tonight's HOH? I always have an issue when they do an HOH like this. I feel it's very much, let's expose everything. I feel like it's always very much like, let's expose the alliances, and I feel it's never fair to the people out. I don't think we should ever have a competition like this if production is aware that the house is not evenly split. If the house is evenly split, 100% do it. But when you have a majority alliance and 2 people on the outside of it, and then you do a competition like this, you're basically saying, I just want to murder the last 2 people. And nobody wants to watch a one-sided game. It's boring.
It's super boring. I thought the questions were stupid and boring. Was one prize
we gotta stop. We
And
have
it's
to
just like,
stop.
oh my gosh, like really?
I'm cringing. It's too much now. I'm
And
so
then
sorry. I don't know
what day
how
was the
much
barbecue chips on the wall?
I was so tuned out. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I love me some Marissa, and believe me, I understand you gotta do what you gotta
But
do.
we talk about how we love the comps. It's just like the stupidest, awfulest
It's so
trivia.
embarrassing. With like Arissa has to do the exit interview, and then at the end of the exit interview, like Arissa, this amazing like woman, producer, everything
Host.
at the host at the end of this interview has to literally turn to the camera and go, "Well, thanks, Dan." And that reminds me, Wendy's has the Baconator on sale this week for two. I'm just like, oh God. Like I can't even look at her. Like I can't even look. I literally cringe and I'm just like, I'm so sorry this is what they're making you do. Like I'm so sorry. It's embarrassing. I feel bad for you.
I mean, I'd rather like, sit there and go, "Hey, look at this big dildo. It's on sale." Like it's, you know what I mean? Like it's just
It's just sad that they have to like sell out every part of their show to keep it alive. And like, look, don't get me wrong. I,
and
of
it's
all people, get
still
it.
yeah. But I mean, it's still kind of not working, right? Because we were talking about ratings and stuff, and it's just like there's so many sponsors all over the place.
It's just too much, and it's dumb. Like people aren't dumb. You didn't need to call it the Circle K comp at the Circle K wall and the $4.99 gummy bears from Circle K located in aisle 6. You found them in our, and it's just like, oh my God, just make it be the shit from Circle K and do it as a normal competition. You don't need to beat the people over the head with it. It's just cringy.
Oh, it is. I mean, I'd rather than have just a big bowl of gummy bears and count how. Who do you think? Whoever gets closest to the actual answer wins. Something, but not this.
They
But
would
when the prices,
probably
what day were the prices on the highest price on the wall? I was just like, oh my gosh, it's so awful.
Circle K would probably get more out of it if they literally did like a cup for each house guest. Like you could go into Circle K and pick, I want the Jonathan cup. I want the Hope cup. That would probably be a
Yeah.
better promotion for them, easier to do than whatever this thing is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, dear Lord. It's just, ugh. I'm just over it already. I'm just like when the gummy bear trail led you into the, and I'm like, stop. Just I'm like, I can't. I cannot, and we're supposed to take this seriously.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Mm-hmm.
cringe for it. You just cringe for it. But I mean, were you happy with the Koozie HOH?
I am. I mean, I am because
Who
especially
would you
with
have
her.
wanted?
Well, listen, I'm happy she got the HOH because I was a little concerned for her game when she
Mm-hmm.
jumped off so soon early on, right? In the comp. That was very nervous and suspicious. Now that she's HOH, she's safe. So I'm happy about that. I would have liked I want a Renee. I want to see what Renee will
Me
do.
too. I
I want a
wanted Renee.
Renee, yeah. Or
Yeah.
even a Nene, like she won something. Like, yay! I love that she stuck to her guns. Like she's someone, on our notes, I had to constantly scroll up and go, "What was her name again?"
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll just do the tie. I'm sorry, who are you? You're kind of cute. Did you just move in? Yeah.
Speaking of our notes, I like how you made a note that says, "I want Hope to go commando, yummy."
Well, he
That's
was
literally
saying he
your
was
note.
gonna go commando. Remember?
Yeah, no, I
And
just like
she,
how you
and
wrote yummy at the end.
would be kind of yummy. Mm-hmm. I'm getting a cavity just thinking about it. Mm.
It's just I can't. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think if there's anything else from this week.
Yeah, I
Um,
love seeing goodbye messages.
was the first time we had
It
goodbye
was the
messages,
first
right?
time. Yes.
Yeah, I liked it, and
I
then
loved it.
Arissa was a little emotional about it.
Everybody's gonna be crying, Jonathan. Stop it. Like that? Is that a good cry where you turned on?
No,
Did that turn you on? Did it turn
here's
you
the thing. Do you know when I say I like them dumb and hot
and crying?
and crying and just like weak, and then I have to save them? That is so hot. But here's the thing. Don't do that. That is wrong,
You're,
everyone.
I
It'll
need
lead you
therapy.
down a bad road in life. Look at me. So
Oh
here's
my
the thing.
god. Oh my god, I'm
Um,
in
I
this
don't know
scene.
what it is about Jonathan. I just envision everyone in his life having to have a conversation with him. I couldn't. His level of dumb to me is a level where, like, I couldn't even imagine being. He was talking to Santina last night, and go ahead and tell me about, tell me something you did today. I'll be Jonathan. Go.
Hey, so I wanted to wake up,
Waking up, yeah.
early
Yeah,
and
waking
get,
up.
and start my day off right, like with,
Days are good. Yeah, I love
just
days. Yeah.
eating good, wholesome food,
Food is the best. I love food.
just nothing processed because I want to
Processing.
feel good in my body,
Feeling horny. Yeah,
and
horny.
and
That's all
then
he would do. He would just repeat the last word. I think it was Santina was talking to him. And I'm just like, what is happening here? What is that? And I just thought, and then he like can't get to the point, and I think Zizi said there's 9 minutes left of the dailies because we're like all watching together, and we were like, great. And Jonathan started talking. There was one point, and I swear to God, I'm not even saying this to be funny. Somebody said, how long has it been? We were like, it has to be over any second. This man has clearly been talking for a half hour. And Zizi was like, it's only been 3 minutes. And I'm not even saying it to be funny. He's just, I think that when I'm gonna go to the zoo, and then I'll know about that, and then I wanna go to the first bone, 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 bone. And I can't. I can't. And again, I want to say very clear, amazing human, amazing dad, amazing father, amazing husband. I get all those things that are amazing about
oh,
him. I'm
absolutely,
just saying,
absolutely.
I don't want to get caught in a conversation with him, and he's horrible at Big Brother.
Well, when you interview him next month,
Tomorrow. Stop
tomorrow.
casting people that don't know the game. I understand why we cast the Jonathans. I get that you can't have all gamers.
We
That
need
being
to
said,
remember what good people are.
I don't, well, that probably is true because I'm not one. But stop casting the
We need a
Jonathans.
measuring stick of a good person in the house.
I just don't. I don't. I can't.
It's tough.
He's just, I don't know.
I would just be naked all the time. Like you come home, you're in boxers or something.
Everybody keeps saying that I look like him because he's my height and weight, and I'm like, I wish I was as good looking as Jonathan. I wish I looked like Jonathan.
Well, you guys look like you could be related.
Okay. Sure. No. But yeah. If you have questions for Jonathan, make sure you tweet them to me right
Yes.
when this show is ending. You better go right now to tweet me those Jonathan questions or put them on the Instagram or in the Discord, because then I will ask him them tomorrow morning. That's all. There's so many things I want to say, but I'm not allowed. I'm not DAing allowed. Like an ND allowed.
Ooh.
So that's all I have to say. Are you looking forward to this new week?
Always. Every day's a gift.
Every day's a gift. Well, I want to remind everybody, speaking of every day, that I'm live every day on YouNow. Cooking with my mom, having
Oh,
fun. Then we watch dailies at night. We have a lot of fun. We're live, like live 24, so just always live. Twitch and Discord. So I'm not going to tell you guys all the things I'm going to give you off tonight. Just know, visit us on the Discord, follow us places. You guys know how to support the show. It really means a lot. Comedy Jonah, what are your final thoughts?
I'm excited to see who Kuzi nominates.
Well, here's hoping we find out, and I don't think we will until Tuesday. I think we're going radio dark silence until Tuesday, but
Oh.
hope that I'm wrong. But like I said, we're not gone. Come hang out with us in our Discord. Watch us live. I'm sure if there's no dailies, it means that we'll be watching movies together and stuff then around 11 p.m. Eastern, and we do fun stuff. So come there and check us out. And thank you, Comedy Jonah, for another wonderful show.
Another wonderful show. Watch all our other shows.
Watch them all. We'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody. Bye.